Mia thought she'd found nothing more than a bargain, a vintage wardrobe for her home, but hidden beneath the last drawer was something she couldn't explain, an envelope sealed with wax. Her name was written on it in elegant script, and it was dated 1905. Inside, the words sent chills down her spine. Mia, I know you're scared. Please forgive me, but you must listen. Protect her before it's too late. She stared at the letter, her heart racing. How could anyone from over a century ago know her name? What she was about to uncover would change her life forever. What would you do if you found a letter that shouldn't exist? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories like this. The next morning, Mia sat at the kitchen table, the letter spread out in front of her. She'd read it over a dozen times, and each time it unsettled her more. The her in the letter could only mean one person, her 16-year-old daughter, Emma. But how could this be possible? The handwriting was unfamiliar, yet something about it felt intimate, almost as though it belonged to someone who knew her. Mia mumbled to herself.
Protect her.
Her thoughts were interrupted as Emma walked in, pouring herself a bowl of cereal.
Protect who? Is this some kind of creepy love letter or something?
Emma's tone was a mix of amusement and annoyance as she caught sight of the letter.
It's nothing, just an old note I found.
Emma rolled her eyes.
Whatever. It's weird.
She grabbed her bowl and headed upstairs without another word. Mia sighed, folding the letter carefully. She couldn't shake the feeling that it was something more. Later that afternoon, as she reread it yet again, her breath got caught in her throat. At the bottom of the page, new words had appeared in the same elegant script. Go to the library. Start with her story. She stared at the letter, feeling a mixture of dread and curiosity. Had she simply missed it before? No, she was certain it hadn't been there. The library was quiet, the kind of silence that made every creak of the floor feel amplified. Mia scoured the shelves and old records, unsure what she was even looking for, until she found it, a faded photograph. Her grandmother as a young girl, standing in front of the very wardrobe Mia had purchased. She flipped it over. On the back, someone had written, "For those who must remember." Like the letter, it was signed with her grandmother's maiden name. She felt a shiver run down her spine. How could this wardrobe, her grandmother, and this letter all be connected? That night, the photograph and letter lay spread out on the table. Every time Mia thought she had a grip on the situation, it slipped further out of her hands. Her thoughts were interrupted as Emma walked in.
You're still obsessing over that thing?
It's not just a thing, Emma. It's about our family.
Our family? The one you don't talk about? Or the one you're too busy to notice because you're always working?
Mia froze, the words hitting her like a punch to the chest. She wanted to defend herself, but what could she say? Emma was right. She had spent so much time trying to keep their lives afloat that she'd let the most important parts of it drift away. Before Mia could respond, Emma turned and walked out, leaving her alone with the photo and her thoughts. The next day, Mia followed the letter's unspoken pull to places she hadn't visited in years. In the park, she found a bench with her grandmother's name engraved on a plaque. Beneath the wood, faintly scratched into the surface, were the words, "Forgive her before it's too late." Mia's fingers traced the carving as she whispered the words aloud. The meaning was clear, but she didn't understand how it connected to her. Who needed forgiveness? Her grandmother? Herself? Emma? She returned home, but the answers eluded her. Back at the table, she unfolded the letter again. More words had appeared. You must end the cycle. The cycle. Her mind raced. Bit by bit, it began to click. Her grandmother had a falling out with her own mother. It was a story Mia had heard only in fragments, spoken in hushed tones and never with any detail. That estrangement had rippled through the family, a silent tension passed down like an inheritance. And now she could see it happening again, between her and Emma. For the first time, Mia saw the letter not as a warning, but as a plea. It wasn't just about her past, it was about her future. She needed to break the pattern before it was too late. That evening, she sat beside Emma on the couch, her voice softer than it had been in years.
Emma, can we talk?
What now?
Emma's tone was guarded, but she didn't move away. Mia hesitated, searching for the right words.
I've been so afraid of failing you, of letting you down, that I've pushed you away. And I'm sorry. You deserve better than that.
Emma blinked, surprised.
You're not failing me. I miss how things used to be.
Tears swelled in Mia's eyes as she nodded.
I miss it too. But we can fix this. I want to fix this.
They sat in silence for a moment before Emma leaned against her, and for the first time, in what felt like forever, Mia felt a glimmer of hope. Later, as she returned to the table, she picked up the letter one last time. The words on the page glowed faintly, shifting before her eyes. You've saved her. Now save yourself. The signature had changed as well. It no longer bore her grandmother's maiden name. Instead, it read, From the one who never left you. Mia felt warmth spread through her, a presence she couldn't explain. The letter's origins would remain a mystery, but its message was clear. Redemption begins with forgiveness, and even the broken can find their way home. What do you think? Could you forgive the past to change your future? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more mysteries and inspiration.